All right, Matt, joining me on the desk for our first look at sports. And of course, we mentioned earlier in our cast, first day of CPCA racing was rained out, but day 2 should be a go tonight.
Yeah, that's right. You know, $150,000 of cash and prizes up for grabs. And like you said, Mother Nature getting better of the riders and drivers yesterday, I guess I should say, with the rain. But looks like day 2 could get underway today with more from the track. Here's Kyle Gallagher.
There would be no action on day 1 in Onion Lake as unsafe track conditions has forced the CPCA to cancel racing. Now this is the last show before the drivers make the trip to Calgary for the 2014 Rangeland Derby. So for some drivers, it was a missed opportunity to fine-tune those outfits.
It is quite frustrating due to the fact that we need these 5 days here to make our adjustments, you know, and it's not going to happen.
It's pretty tough. You always want to try to run your horses just before Calgary and just to see, well, get some new ones working and keep the old ones just little in on the game, I guess, so they keep their heads sharp. And that's the biggest thing. You want to keep racing on that part.
It's important. Like this one here, we actually get the full 1-barrel set here, Calgary set barrels here, and which that like we make adjustments on the horses like mine. That lead team I drive, they'll be a little bit tough to drive off the one, so I was going to drive something else tonight to see how those guys go up to the fence, you know.
I guess it does have a bit of effect, but it's been so good. You know, we've been very fortunate the whole way through, and we've only had this is only the second rain out day, so hopefully the weather holds, and after today it's supposed to be sunshine here, and we're going to get that track work done and get it ready to go tomorrow night.
Now crews spent part of the evening trying to get the track ready to go for day 2. If everything's safe and sound, the action will get underway at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. Reporting from the track in Onion Lake, Kyle Gallagher, Newcap Sports.
Well, it's been 3 days since Lloydminster native Scott Hartnell was sent to the Columbus Blue Jackets in a surprise trade. I had the chance to talk to Hartnell and get his reaction with the whole situation. Spending the last 7 years in Philadelphia, where he scored 157 goals and compiled 327 points, Philadelphia Flyers fan favorite Scott Hartnell was traded to the Columbus Blue Jackets for R.J. Umberger in a 2015 4th-round draft pick.
I was shocked. Obviously, I had about 5 or 6 days before I made the decision to head to Columbus, and I was a few days were tough. It was. I was emotional. I was, obviously upset that I was getting asked to move my no trade and head somewhere else, because I thought I'd be a Flyer forever.
Over the years, Hartnell has made a lot of friends and developed many relationships. Hartnell says it's going to be hard leaving such great teammates behind.
I'm going to miss, obviously, the captain, Claude Giroux. I'm going to miss my best buddy, Kimo Tiemann. I played with him in Nashville and getting traded to Philly together. And, I'm really, disappointed about that. And, in this business, I guess you are a piece of meat, really, and if they can get someone a little cheaper and a little younger, and, they're going to do that.
Now Hartnell heads to a Columbus Blue Jackets organization that's on the uprise and has a lot of young talent. Making the playoffs and nearly taking out the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first round of the playoffs, Hartnell likes the situation that he's going into.
The team is young. The team is on the rise. They got a lot of great young, speedy players. They got great management, great coaches, and I think it's going to be a really nice fit, and I'm excited to start there and be a big part of that.
Well, after squeaking by the Wilkie Brewers on Monday, the Lloydminster Twins were back on the diamond looking for another win on consecutive nights, this time hosting the Standard Hill Lakers. Steve Barber getting the call on this one in the first with a runner on third. Gary Burgess flies one to right. The catch is made. The runner will take and score easily. Lakers open up the scoring. Twins, though, come back. Cole Kostashki smacks one. I like how I said that. That was weird. This one, a deep center. Not enough juice for the home run as it bounces into the fence. Dirk Treptow will round third and scores to get the Twins on the board. 2 batters later, Troy Winterhalt with a base hit up the middle. That scores another. Twins take their first lead of the game, but 2 innings of ball is all they would get in as the rain cloud started rolling in, and it was a mad dash to get the Tarps over the hill. The game was postponed due to rain. There is no word yet when this game will be made up. In the NSRBL this evening, you got 4 games on tap as a pair of Border City teams will go head-to-head when the Midwest Expos take on the Twins. The Expos will look to snap a mini 2-game losing streak. This one gets underway at 6:30 from the Legion Ballpark. In Meadow Lake, the Sox will look for a 4th straight win when they host the North Battleford Beavers. The Wilkie Brewers will try to snap a 2-game losing streak when they hit the road to face the Standard Hill Lakers, and a pair of 2-6 teams will go at it when the St. Walbert Reds entertain the Macklin Lakers. The Wheatland Xtreme were in action last night, taking on the Vermilion Roar. The Roar having the Extremes number all season by winning both games by a combined score of 34-10. So something had to change for the Wheatland bunch with only 3 games till the playoffs. And something did change as the Extreme beat the Roar 16-9. Brant McAllister, Brandon Peterson, Braden Lutke, and Brendan Russell all recording hat tricks for the Extreme. The team is now off for 10 days before wrapping up their regular season with a pair of weekend games. Well, tonight could be a record-breaking night for Canadian basketball. Up to 8 Canadians could hear their name called in the NBA draft. Their previous record, 2.
In his hometown of Vaughan, they've declared today Andrew Wiggins Day, celebrating the star set to lead a Canadian invasion at the NBA draft.
I think it's big for Canada, and no matter what happens, Canada's going to support us no matter what, so that's good.
Anthony Bennett of Toronto, Canada.
Anthony Bennett made history going first overall last year. This year's prospects include Nick Stauskas, who grew up shooting 3-pointers in his backyard in Mississauga, and Brampton's Tyler Ennis, a gifted point guard. Paul Melnick coached Ennis and another draft hopeful, Sim Bular.
We should be very proud of where this country has come from and where it's going.
Vince Carter with his first shot.
The head of Canada Basketball says the rise in homegrown talent was inspired in part by the success of Vince Carter in the Raptors. And now Wayne Parrish can't wait for these young stars to shine at the next Olympics.
We might well have the second most players in the NBA of any nation next season, and that's what will drive our success on the floor in Rio.
Parrish says youth programs like CIA Bounce helps develop talent like prospect Melvin Edgem, preparing them for U.S. prep schools and colleges.
Now, our kids are not intimidated when they face off against Americans because they play year-round against high-quality competition.
And he says now the results of that work are paying off. Stephen D'Souza, CBC News, Toronto.
And just moments ago, Andrew Wiggins was selected first overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers, so congrats to Andrew there. And some Junior B news to pass along as Lloydminster's Mike Clegg has been named head coach for the Onion Lake Junior Border Chiefs.